So, dear student, I Rakesh Jain from Gyanvihan University. Today, on this 10th June 2021, I am going to teach you about the 8086 microprocessor architecture. Yesterday, I have already been taught you about what is the basic difference between 8085 microprocessor and 8086 microprocessor, and what is the flag register, how the program status word of 8086 microprocessor looks like. Now, with the help of this 80 today lecture, you will be able to understand that what kind of registers, special registers we use in 8086 microprocessor, how it actually deals with the instruction and the data and addresses, and how to draw the architecture, how the architecture or block diagram of the 8086 microprocessor will be looks like. So first of all, just see this MS Paint file where I will draw the architecture and will discuss about every points related to that architecture. So just see this MS Paint file first of all. Okay. So here title I mentioned the architecture of 8086 microprocessor. Because 8086 microprocessor is a 16-bit microprocessor in which the data bus is of 16-bit and address bus is of 8-bit. If you talk about the basic architecture of 8086 microprocessor, then remember first of the thing that 8086 microprocessor contains two major things, two major blocks, two major units for its operation. One is known as BIU, that is bus interface unit, and the second one is EU. The second one is known as EU, execution unit. Okay, so there are two major blocks in which the 8086 microprocessor works. So first of all, I just draw the architecture. So there are two major units. There are two major units. One is BIU, that is bus interface unit, and the second one is EU, that is execution unit. So there are two major units. One is the bus interface unit, and second one is the execution unit. Actually, the bus interface units it functions in such a way that it fetches the sequential instruction from the memory, find the physical address of that location in the memory where the instruction is stored, and manage the 6-byte prefetch queue where the pipeline instructions are stored. Okay. So first, and there are separate kind of registers in this bus interface unit. So first of all, I just write down the basic functions of this bus interface unit that it fetches the, it functions in such a way that it fetches the sequenced instruction from the memory. I just write down about the bus interface unit. Functions in such a way that, first of all, it is instructions, sequenced instruction from the memory, which is the instructions which are in sequenced order from memory. This is the primary goal of this bus interface unit, that it fetches the instruction from the memory. The second one is it finds the physical address of that location in the memory where the instruction is stored. So it finds the physical address. It finds the physical address of the instructions that is stored in memory already. Right? So it fetches the instructions from a memory, and it also show you the address of that instruction which have already been stored in the memory, and it manages the 6-byte prefetch queue. Manage the 6-byte prefetch queue. Manage the 6-byte prefetch queue. Actually manage the 6-byte prefetch queue where the pipeline instructions are stored. Because the pipelining is possible in case of 8086 microprocessor, that was not possible in 8085 microprocessor, because here pipelining is possible. So where are the pipeline instructions? For those instructions, the 6-byte prefetch queue is ready by bus interface unit. So these are the main functions of a bus interface unit. And in bus interface unit, basically there are some 4-segment registers are there. In the bus interface, it contains the 4-segment register. Okay, now I am talking about it contains. It means I am talking about the bus interface unit. So BIU contains 4-segment register that was not available in 8085 microprocessor, which we okay, so bus interface unit contains 4-segment registers. They term as SP, right? Code segment register, that is denoted by CS. The stack segment register, code segment register, your data segment register. I just write down state stack segment register. Second one is code segment register. Segment register, code segment register, data segment, and extra segment. Data segment register, extra segment register. They can be denoted by or abbreviated by like SS or SR, CS, and this type CS, SS, DS, and ES. SS code segment register is denoted as CS. The data segment register is denoted as DS, and the extra segment register is your ES. Apart from them, in bus interface, you need the 6-byte prefetch queue. We just focus that working with the help of IP. Okay, with the help of IP, we just focus on that working. Okay. Now, first of all, what are the functions of these special kind of registers? They are the segment register. Code segment register is actually a 16-bit register, holds the address of the instruction or program stored in the code segment of memory. It is stored actually the program, whatever the program is stored in the code segment of the memory, it holds the address of that instructions. Okay. Actually, the code segment register, what is the function of this? Holds the address of the instruction that store code segment of memory. Whatever the instructions hold in the code segment of memory, it just stored the address of those instructions. Okay. The IP contains the offset address of the next byte that is to be taken from the code segment. Later on, I will write down for the IP that will be also a part of this bus interface unit. Now, stack segment register. The stack segment register provides the starting address of the stack segment in the memory. Provides the starting address of the stack segment in memory. Provides the starting address of the stack segment of the memory. Provide the starting address of the stack segment in the memory. Okay, so this is the main function of the stack segment register, that is abbreviated. Like in the stack segment, we know that last in first out method is possible. So we generally use, as we have already been studied in 8085 microprocessor, by push and pop instruction. To retrieve the data, we have to use the pop instruction. To insert any data in the stack, we have to use the push instruction. So like the stack pointer, push and pop operations are used in this segment to give and take the data to or from it. Push and pop instructions are used related with these registers because it holds the address of the we can say the starting address of the stack segment. Okay, so push and pop instruction will also execute in 8085 microprocessor 8086 like the 8085 microprocessor to enter the data or insert any data in the stack or to retrieve the data from the stack. Now the third one is data segment register, which hold the address of the data segment. It holds the address of the data segment simply. Data segment register holds the address of the data segment. Same for the same color. I just try now. Oh, wait. Holds the address of the data segment. It holds the address of the data segment. It holds the address of the data segment. Okay, the data segment stored the data in the memory whose address is present in this 16-bit register. Simply, we can say. Now the next one is extra segment register. Here the starting address of the extra segment is present. The register basically contains the address of the string data. The extra segment register contains generally the address of the string kind of data. String kind of data. The register basically contains the address of the string data. Basically contains the address of the string segment of data. It basically contains the address of the string segment of data. Oh, sorry, extra segment register basically contains the address of the string data. Contains the address of the string segment of data or string data, you can say. Okay. So these are general functions of these four special registers that is present in the bus interface unit. Apart from these, a IP is also present, right? That is related with the 6-byte data queue, as I have already been mentioned. The right, the IP contains the offset address of the next byte that is to be taken from the code segment. IP contains the offset address. I just write down for the IP here with the blue color. IP contains or IP contains the offset address of the next byte. So the offset address of the next byte. The offset address of the next byte that is taken from the code segment. That is taken from the code segment. That is taken from the code segment. This is the most important purpose to use that IP. That is a 6-byte queue, we can say 6-byte prefetch queue. This queue is used in 8086 in order to perform pipelining. Actually used for the pipelining purpose. Actually used for the pipelining purpose. Actually, this 6-byte fetch queue is used for pipelining purpose. Okay, so these are the most important terms which are a part of your bus interface unit. A 6-byte prefetch queue, these four special kind of registers: segment register, code segment, stack segment, data segment, and extra segment register. One is the IP, which holds the related with the code segment, and one is the control unit, that is a general control unit to perform the operations. So first of all, for the architecture, I just draw first of all the upper part, the half part of the architecture. So you will aware about that how actually the bus interface, how the architecture is looks like. So first of all, just see this. So the 8086 architecture basically contains, these are the segment register part, in which four segment along with the IP is present. These are the segment registers part which are available. Code segment, I just write down code segment, state segment, data segment, data segment, and extra segment along with the IP. Along with the IP. Okay, so these are different segment. Okay, sorry for the interruption. I just remove the total page, the statements of the bus interface unit from the left hand side, and just first of all, I draw the diagram of the complete architecture of 8086 microprocessor. So these are the segment registers of 8086 microprocessor, in which data segment, stack segments, and I wrote already at the left hand side about them. And that IP, that is also a part of this segment register. IP contains the offset address of the next byte taken from the code segment. Apart from these, the 6 byte prefetch queue is basically used for the pipelining. That's why I just draw it at the right hand side. Right hand side. So this is your prefetch queue. This is our prefetch queue. 1 to 6 are there, because 6 byte prefetch queue is that one. So this is a 6 byte prefetch queue. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So this is a 6 byte prefetch queue. I just write down here, right, which is basically used for the pipelining purpose. 6 byte prefetch queue. Okay, and control, and also because they just connected with the buses, that's why memory and the input output devices are also connected. Either the operation is related with the memory, or either peripherals are responsible for that operation. That's why memory and input output devices are also connected. So at the uppermost side, I just do this one, memory and input output. It depends on which kind of operation is there. Memory and or memory or input and output. Is the font size to show you. So memory or peripherals, for which kind this operation is related for which. Okay. So now these are connected with these code segments, these segment registers, and this prefetch queue via operations. That's why to show the operations, we just draw this one. Okay. So this show you the operations. So now this part is connected with the memory and input output. And also connected with the 6-byte prefetch queue. So also connected with the 6-byte prefetch queue. Also connected with the 6-byte prefetch queue. Okay, so this is actually the bus interface unit, the upper part, and now we are talking about the lower part. This total part is actually your bus interface unit, which I just marked with this brown color. So in this box, you have the complete about knowledge about bus interface unit, which show you that it contains the segment register especially and the 6-byte prefetch queue. And IP special one that is related with the segment. So this is the part which is actually related with your bus interface BIU. Now we are talking about the segment, the execution unit. So the lower part of this, because there are two major parts, one is the bus interface unit and second one is the execution unit. The execution unit basically contains the some registers, general purpose registers and some special registers, and also the arithmetic and logic unit. Operands is a special register which we will see that was not available in case of your 8085 microprocessor. That in 8086 microprocessor, operands are also there, which basically responds for a particular time of operations. If we want to store the data, then we should use the execution unit for the same. We should go for the execution unit. The execution unit performs the decoding and execution of the instruction. It performs the decoding and execution of the instruction. For the bus interface unit, I have already been write down all those things in the previous slide. Now I'm going to write down about the execution unit. So execution unit performs execution and decoding of instructions. The execution unit performs the execution and decoding of the instructions that are being fetched from the desired memory locations. That are being fetched from the desired memory locations. Okay. So here in this execution unit, first of all, 8 kind of register in which 4 are the general purpose register, because as I have already been taught that 8086 microprocessor is a 16-bit microprocessor and data is of 16-bit, data bus is of 16-bit. That's why the 4 general purpose register A, B, C, D are divided into 2 parts, the low for the lower byte and 8-bit that is 1 byte that is a higher byte, and 8-bit that is lower byte. So lower byte and upper byte, like AH and AL, where AL stands for the lower byte of accumulator and AH stands for the higher byte of accumulator, like B, C, D. Okay, so I just draw here. So there are 8 registers there. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7 and 8. Okay, so I just decrease the font size so that I can write down the name of those registers easily. See very carefully. AH and AL is the lower part. CH and BL. CH, H for the higher byte and L for the lower byte. CH and BL, these are registers, general purpose registers in case of 8086. Okay, so these are general purpose registers of 8086. I just write down AL again, AL again. Okay. These are general purpose registers because they are divided in lower and upper category. That's why I just divide section, show you that lower byte and upper byte. SP, BP, SIN, DI are the remaining stack pointer and these kind of registers. And SP, SPP, SIN, DI. We will see what are the meaning of those later on. First, just to show, see this diagram. Okay, so these are the register section in case of the execution unit, which perform the execution and decoding of the instructions. Apart from these, the flags. As in the yesterday class, I taught you about the flag registers. There are 9 flags in case of 8085 microprocessor, 8086 microprocessor. I just to show you once again that PPT which I taught you yesterday about the flag registers of 8086 microprocessor. So you will again remember. Let's see that PPT. Yes, this was the PPT which I shown you yesterday, and we done that there are 9 flags in which 3 are the control flag and the remaining 6 are the status flag of 8086 microprocessor. So overflow flag, direction flag, interrupt enable flag, trap flag, sign flag, zero flag, auxiliary carry flag, parity flag, and carry flag. These are 9 flags, different kind of flags. In 8085 microprocessor, only 5 flags were there, but in 8086, 9 flags are there. So that flags are the part of the indicator part that are in the part of execution unit. So I just write down here in this execution units. Once again, this is your execution unit diagram. So here there are operands, a special kind of register that hold the data for a particular moment of time execution in the unit, and operands and flags are also the part of this. So these two are the operands and flags. Operands and flags are also the part of execution unit. Operands, that is a register which holds the data for a particular moment of time. And flags, this is a special kind of register for the indication of any arithmetical logic operations. And there are 9 flags in the 8085, 8086 microprocessor. And the rest thing is arithmetical logic unit. The rest thing is your arithmetical logic unit. So I just I'm going to draw the arithmetical logic unit. So this is your arithmetic and logic. ELU, which performs the arithmetic and all the logical operations of 8086 microprocessors. So this is related with the operands. This is related with the operands. And now I draw the complete diagram of execution unit by connecting this upper unit and lower unit via the buses, So just to see this one. First of all, I will make this rotate portion so you will not getting confused from the lines. I connect now the buses to show you that this execution unit and okay, So now the execution unit and they are correlated with each other such that the bidirectional wires, why they are connected by bidirectional side, and here also with the bidirectional side, and here at the this side. They are connected, and also flags is connected by a bidirectional, and arithmetic and logic units send this bus to the signals. So okay. So these are connected by a bidirectional side and arithmetic and logic unit because sends the signal. That's why in this manner they are connected. So this is a complete representation of the complete architecture of 8086 microprocessor. So as I have already been taught you yesterday that there are a little bit differences between 80 and 85 microprocessor and 8086 microprocessor, that in case of 8086 microprocessor segmentation can be performed not available in 8085, like the 8086 is a 16-byte microprocessor, whereas 8085 was 8-bit. 8086 microprocessor contains 16-bit of data bus, 20-bit of address bus, but 8085 contains only 8-bit of data bus and 16-bit of address bus. Then flag register, only 5 flags were available in 8085, but 9 flags are available in 8086. But here today we also analyze, apart from those differences, that in 8085 there was no bus interface unit and execution unit concept, but here the 8085-86 complete architecture related with two major sections, the upper one as the bus interface unit and the lower one as the execution unit. So one more difference, the second one more difference is segment registers, like this segment register, code segment, stack segment, data segment, and extra segment was not available in 8085 but available in 8086. Operand registers was not available in 8085, but here it is available in execution unit, right? And those SI and DI registers was not available, but now here that is available. So this 8086 microprocessor completely contains a pipeline structure due to this kind of architecture, having the facility of 6-byte prefetch queue that makes it differ from the 8085 that did not contain the pipelining concept. So the frequently asked objective questions related to this topic is that how many number of sections in 8086 that bus interface unit and control unit is your answer. How many segment registers are there? 1, 2, 4, or 6. Then 4 segment registers are available in 8086. The segment registers are concept related with the bus interface unit or execution unit. Then you should be able to understand from this lecture that they are part of bus interface unit. What are the major sections of the execution unit? Then these general purpose register, the special registers, the arithmetic and logic units, the operands and flags are the part of these registers. The flags are the part of which major sections? That are execution sections. Okay, 6-byte prefetch queue is used in 8086 microprocessor for what purpose? As I have already been told you, they are used for the tuning operations. Okay, so from today lecture I think you understand about the 8086 registers, 8086 architectures, and the some 4 or 5 major differences, more differences compared with the last 10 differences which I have already been taught you yesterday. So new differences between 8085 and 8086. So these all concepts will be used in objective questions, competition exam, and definitely this diagrammatic and about the explanation of this diagram will be beneficial for you in main examinations. So thank you for watching the video. Thank you very much.